Good evening and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series. I am your caster, Bahamut. On the left-hand side, we got the home team of Lurk Patrol. On the right is going to be Counterpick Stupid. This is a Division C West matchup. I almost just had a coughing fit right there. Whoopsie. As Division C West matchup, thank you all so much for joining me. And if you're sitting at home, you were just jamming out to some great video game music, and you weren't chugging tea right before you went live, you're probably sitting there and you're wondering why we're on Volskaya Foundry. Don't worry, I got you. The home team this evening is going to be the members of Lurk Patrol. As stated before, they won the coin flip. They opted for first pick priority. Alterac Pass and Cursed Hollow were banned out by them. Can't Counterpick Stupid. Banned out Braxis, I want to say Bush Hollow for some reason. I think I've got Bush League on the mind. Braxis Holdout. Whew. That's a hard one right there. And Sky Temple going to be banned out by Can't Counterpick Stupid. First map going to be chosen by them as Volskaya Foundry. Apparently, I just had a massive brain fart right there. But we are going to be seeing the... Did I lose? I think I lost in-game sound for a second. Might have it back. Eric, how you doing, bud? Ektar, how you doing as well? Arrow, glad to see you. Great games earlier. As well as... Oh, there we go. Okay. Cool. Thank you, Cat Beach, for the spooky worm. Also, Kaleo, how you doing, bud? Thanks for coming by. I don't know why, but like my brain just like, it just was like, all right, time to do map bans. Don't know how to do them. All right, we are going to be getting into this, and let's get the, we have a Lunara ban as well as a Joanna ban on the left-hand side from Lurk Patrol. Can't Counterpick Stupid, going to get rid of the Kael'thas as well as the Kira. We saw how much value she brought to the last game. That ain't happening again. Sylvanas will be the first pick on the left-hand side. She does empower those camps with the Mercenary Queen at level 4. If she does go into that, you could see actually a little bit of play into the possession as well if you want that extra push power. Gul'dan Leoric in the 1-2. An interesting 1-2 pickup right there. It was my pleasure, Arrow. I hope you enjoyed the games. They were really fun to cast. Like, that Juice Pirates was a good time. That was really exciting to see the Juice Pirates come out right at the end right there. But thank you all so much for coming by and hanging out. I love you all. Thank you. And thank you once again, Cat Peach, for the spooky worm. I thought about responding to your post about that plant you want, and I was just like, stream goal, sub goal, bit goal, maybe like if you hit that goal, you also do your second plant stream and you talk about that plant that you got plus all the other new ones. We are going to be seeing Sylvanas Andu and ETC on the left-hand side. I like that combo right there. We might be seeing a light bomb with the ETC power slide for that extra stun before you get the mosh pit potentially. We do see the Gul'dan Leoric picked up on the right, as noted before. A lot of good damage and slows and setup coming out from them. Ana is going to be removed here as they don't want to have any sort of nano boost into the Gul'dan. And then the Hanzo was taken off as well. Some extra range damage is something they don't want to deal with here. It makes sense to me. It's just a rough go if you have to end up sitting there dealing with all that range poke on a map like this. Especially if you get into the target practice where you can get the increased range. That's a hard spot to be in. Gul'dan Leoric in our 1-2. We're going to need a main tank as well as a support. Stukov for the support, and that's going to be your Nubrak main tank. Okay. Definitely, you can... They're going to be putting in some good damage here from the members of Can't Counterpick Stupid. I really like their draft so far. Sylvanas Andu and ETC, they're going to need a solo laner into that Leoric. Maybe they go into a Malthael potentially here, or they play some range into it so they do, like a Falstead, which is an oddity in a sense, but ranged into melee for the solo lane is a little difficult to deal with. And then they'll also just need something to round out their damage as well. So there's the Jaina. It pairs well into the ETC, and it looks like we're going to be getting a solo lane variant. Do we get Colossal Smosh, Taunt, or the Twin Windblades? There's like I like what we have so far from both these teams, but this Gul'dan, Stukov, Leoric, they need more damage to pair into the Gul'dan. Something like a Raynor wouldn't be bad. Some sustained damage. Maybe they consider like a Genji if they wanted to dive in with the Anub'arak. Greymane's actually still up and available. Greymane's a great addition to this, but they're gonna go for Tychus. They want to be able to shred down the variant and the ETC. Okay, I like it. I like that a lot. I think both these drafts are extremely strong, and I don't see one or the other being like, oh, this is the god tier picks, like, this is just it, GG, well played. Like, I think this is going to be a great back and forth in our game 1 of Volskaya. But don't take my word for it. Let's go ahead and get the breakdown from Bandit, as we do load into our next game here in just a second. I'm just also making sure we're not missing major pings. Okay. Nothing major. Alrighty, cool. Zarya is so good on this map. I agree, Mikey. Baha, what do you, what did you do in that 5-minute break? I met with the teams, I changed all of the stream settings, and then we did coin flip, map bans, and then now we're here. I actually, like, 9 times out of 10, when I say that I'm taking a break, it's usually me setting up the lobbies for the next matchup. Unless, like, because the bandit cameras, I usually walk in front of the bandit camera, so unless you see me walk by the bandit camera, then I'm just sitting here, like, panicking and trying to get everything done in 5 minutes really, really quickly. Usually I'm under-timed, or I go overtime, but we'll work on it. We'll get to that under-timing phase. Either way, we got a cast. Let's go ahead and jump on into this. On the left-hand side, we got the members of Lurk Patrol. We're going to be having Gunny on the Jaina. High Def is going to be on that Sylvanas. We have Ace going to be on the ETC. Radic will be on the Varian. I don't know why I want to say Lurk. And Ektar will be on the Anduin with the smug smile skin. On the right-hand side, we got the members of Can't Counterpick Stupid trying to take us. Trying to just win this game 1. This is their map pick as well. Valk is going to be on the Anubrak. Osprey is going to be on that Gul'dan. Madathai? I think that's wrong. It's moving and I can't tell. Is going to be on the Stukov. Silma is going to be on the Tychus. And we have Keladorn. I don't know who this dude is. Going to be on that Lurk, cleaning up that bottom lane for now. They're going to be going into that Varian. High King's Quest Varian. Twin Blades? It's a possibility. I'm not ruling out Twin Blades right now. 4 stacks actually on that Unfurling Shadows for Sylvanas as it actually ticks up to 6 right there. We'll see how that progresses throughout the game. The easiest way to note that one at home, if you are wondering, it's a 0.5% increase. So every 2 of these stacks is going to be 1%. That's the easy way to know it. So if you're ever looking at this and you're wondering what the total percent is, half it and there you go. Or at least half that number. You were speaking fine just previously? Oh, I'm absolutely flustered. Because we go, like, it's nonstop. It's absolutely nonstop. What are you trying to say, Ghost Bear? Are you trying to say I'm doing shots in between the games? It's more or less me just panicking that nothing is Madathi, I think. Follow Deathshade. Thank you for the help. I'm probably saying it wrong regardless, and that's also going to be Tychus going down the top lane. Ghost Bear, I swear, I didn't do shots in between these games. I swear. That's what you're trying to get at. I do those after the games, when I make a giant gin and tonic and sit in the dark with Bandit and just play games on my phone. I just end up playing Dota Underloads on my phone and then just going to bed an hour later. That's usually what I end up doing after stream. We do continue to just see this back and forth in between our rotations and our lanes, and it's super early game on Volskaya, so neither team is going to be having a massive advantage. Neither are really looking for a fight. They're just going to be going for a few of these objectives here and there, back and forth in between the lanes, and it will be 4 talent here in favor for the members of Lurk Patrol, as this is just going to be continued support. They're actually not even trying to match each other in the lane rotations. They're in, like, opposite rotations. Also, Colossal Smash. I don't know why I can't say it. Colossal Smash for Radic in this bottom lane going into Keladorn. You're good. That's right. Okay. Madathi. I will do my best to remember that. Could have taken someone to take the edge off? No, not really. Not really. There's not really so much edge when I stream as it's just I get hot and flustered and this room gets very, 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 very warm. I'm currently playing the tutorial. Good luck, Kaleo. I'm glad that there's a couple people getting onto the Underlords train. You're good. Okay, yeah, I already read that one. Alrighty. And we'll have control point A opening up in about 14 seconds. We are going to be continuing to see some rotations between lanes, and we're going to be also seeing camps picked up to push into top for now. Unfurling Shadows, excuse me, not the Unfurling Shadows. We're going to be having the... See, now that Ghost Bear picked it up, I like every like trip up, I'm just like, I sound worse. And now I'm just getting nervous about my own speech now. We are going to be seeing the Mercenary Queen from the Sylvanas at level 4 right there, and she'll be able to buff out the turret camps as we noted in the draft, as well as the top lane, which was cleared out already by the members of Can't Counterpick Stupid. And now Lurk Patrol going to have Ace getting dove on. That's a lot of good damage coming out from Tychus. That also will be the Leap of Faith coming out from Ektar, and they're able to cycle right out of there. Easy peasy. Still have that top lane pressure that needs to be dealt with. This will stack up, like, that will actually get a whole lot of value if they're able to just keep this entire bottom lane continuing to be stalled out. 7 talents here is something they need to consider and be a little worried about here on the side of Counterpick Stupid, because that is coming up for Lurk Patrol a little bit faster, but it's not that big of a difference. And this siege from top lane is getting so much value already. Do we have vision set up for one of the teams just yet? I think I already did this. No, I didn't. Okay, cool. So I just want to show vision for the members of Counterpick Stupid as they're going to be trying to jump onto this point. That's Tychus going down at the initiation of this fight. Valk is going to be able to get right behind that gate as well, and this is going to easily be first Triglaw Protector in favor for the members of Lurk Patrol. They'll be able to grab this and move on into their mid lane. Maybe open this front gate up, but typically we see teams opt for the top lane priority. They want to take out that well, make sure that that top lane is prepped for control point B. Ooh, wait, I thought they were already rotating up into the top lane, but they're going to get a little bit of that front gate damage right there, and they'll go into that top lane and do exactly that. The reason being for this top lane priority on the well is because control point B is the next control point opening up. I believe, I think we have the announcement at 2 minute 30, and then it officially starts at 3 minutes. I might have that 30 seconds off. I think it's actually 2 minutes announcement, 2:30 for the actual point to open up. Regardless, if you get this top lane well out, that means their sustain over this next point is going to be a little bit more difficult. They have to rotate into mid lane or all the way back to their keep if they want to try and get any sort of burst into mana and healing. This is often why we see this play on a lot of maps. We also see this happen on Dragonshire as well. Top lane and bottom lane, to be able to remove that well for the solo lane and top as well as the grouping in bottom, that's a huge advantage for a team. So it's just, if you're ever sitting there at home and you're wondering why they prioritize this, why they didn't just go for the fort, why didn't they just try and get that periodic catapult pressure as well as the passive experience game, it's the reason being. The sustain over the fight is a little bit more valuable. So let's actually check this out. So I think it was like 5 minutes, we'll say 5 minutes 30, so we're looking at roughly 8 minutes for the next Triglav, I think. I might be wrong on the timings. This is the one map where I always feel like I always guess it wrong. It's one or the other. Look at this invade from Anubarak though right now. Valk is just trying to steal away the fortification camp, just like, oh yeah, this is easily going to be mine. My friendly team's going to be able to step up onto this as well. Varian dives in with the Colossal Smash, and they're going to be able to get that armor reduction. They get the Stuk-off pick-off right there. The aggression was a little too much, and that's also going to yield them some decent experience, pushing them further forward, as it's going to be 4-0 when it comes to kills. The members of Lurk Patrol lurking across the map and actually going to steal away this fortification camp on the right-hand side. As noted before, they've got the Sylvanas, meaning they're going to also be able to clear these camps faster with that Mercenary Queen. On top of that, you're going to be able to have the buff into that onto that camp as well, onto that fortification camp, so it's going to be getting, I think, 60% buff on its damage. Yes. It's it's like a little mini Tychus versus Tychus. Well done. Second Triglav, we'll get the fort. So let's actually, yeah, I want to try and learn these times myself, because I always do this. Like, I second guess the timers. I'm 100%. I'm gonna put it that it's on 2 minute 30 for the announcement. That's what I'm banking on. Please. We do have, it's 10 talent here for both these teams, and that's going to be the Light Bomb for the Anduins. So as we talked about in the draft chat, you get the Power Slide from the ETC. You're going to be able to then just follow up the Light Bomb stun with a Mosh Pit, and that's going to be a great way. And then you also, a great way to deal some explosive damage. Then you have, speaking of explosive damage, the Jaina with the Ring of Frost, as well as the snow that she's able to dump out. On the counter side, though, you do have a Draken Laser Drill, and you've also got an Entomb. You can pair those together to kind of lock people into that Entomb. You've got the Horrify. Oh, this Leoric. Ace is trying to, Ace has the Power Slide. Knockback as well. Keladorn goes down in bottom lane. Control point B. Do we... Okay, so that should have been... Okay, so it is 2 minutes 30 for the announcement, 3 minutes for the objective. Because we were like sub 5 something. It was like 5:20 something when the trigger level went down. There it is. Okay, cool. Today we're learning. Now I just want to rotate around the map and see if there's anything worthwhile that's happening, or is it's just prepping the lanes and getting ready for the objective, also trying to close the level gap that the members of Lurk Patrol have created between Counterpick Stupid and themselves. So we'll get control point B in just a second here. We're also going to be seeing Radek and Keladorn They're hanging out in bottom for a bit, but I was gonna say they're not gonna try and play it like a global and just come in at the last minute and try and take the fight. They want to rotate in and be there when the enemy team does try and step up onto them. Lurk always dying. I mean, but he gets that's Lurk value, right? What is he? He hasn't died that many times, has he? Oops, this one. Lurk has died 1 time. Tychus is the dirty feeder. No, just kidding. Nobody's a dirty feeder. That's BM. That's bad. That's bad manners. Ace is gonna be on the point for a little bit here. Gonna have 30-some%, and that does get stalled out. Light Bomb comes out onto Ace. They get the stun onto Anub'arak. That's gonna be the Ring of Frost. Catches the foot of that Anub'arak. Do they have any sort of follow-up onto them? They do drop one of those turrets as well. Jaina steps forward. The Draken Laser Drill is just gonna be shredding through the turret, but they end up reversing it and taking that down before the turret goes down. Like, the turret has 181 health. It's just it's a sneeze away. Oh, there's no. I was like, is the mosh pit? Nope. And the flailing swipe to disengage. Osprey is able to get away. The Wailing Arrow not going to be able to provide the damage they were looking for. I think it just was to the side of them. Where are you, Wailing Arrow? Yeah, that would have. I think that would have killed the Gul'dan right there. But I don't know. I don't think they got the silence mark on them. Stukov too. Everybody's just dying. It's 13 talent here. Ooh, wait, that's a... Oh, Gunny. Can you make it out? They don't have Ice Block. Nice Leap of Faith going to be coming out as well. Oh, and they were actually going to be trying to get the Leo. Oh, Keladorn going to get picked off right there as they convert the point over and they get a little bit of charge themselves on the side of Can't Counterpick Stupid, and that's going to be Ace getting taken out of the web wrap right there. And they swap this back over. This should be second Triglaw Protector in favor for the members of Lurk Patrol. Easy. They'll be able to grab that, move that on into the top lane. The question I have is are they going to be going for the fort and the keep, or if they're just going to be going for as much structure damage as possible to prepare themselves for control point C, to have that more of a passive experience gain, as well as those periodic catapults coming through the lane as well. Okay, sorry. I saw something and I was like, wait, oh, that doesn't apply to me. So they'll be able to get the top lane fort, as said before. More experience, and also the catapult's going to be coming through that lane. They skip over the mid, and they're going to be going straight into the bottom lane. Okay. I like this play. It's the same reasoning that I was mentioning during the first Triglaw Protector. They're going to be able to open up the front gate and be able to burn this down and then make their lane sustain a little bit stronger during some of these objective phases. We do concede... I'm waiting to see what this Tychus does. They've got the Draken Laser Drill. A little surprised they didn't go into the Commandeer Odin. They're kind of sharking around. I think they're looking for an angle to throw down the Draken Laser Drill, but it's not. They don't want to throw it down in a spot where it's just going to be, you can walk away from it. So they want to drop it in the fight, and there it's going to be right there. They push forward, and they're going to be able to find Gunny. Nice and Tomb going to be coming out, but they have a mosh pit. Slows down. Flailing Swipe won't be able to disengage it enough. That will be Varian finishing the High King's quest. Also, Lurk going to be going down. Triglaw Protector ends. Varian goes in with the Colossal Smash. Valk is so very low. The Impale to save him right there. Oh my god. And Valk actually kind of taking this rotation around. That was... I wonder if they're trying to bait out some ability. I don't know what they were doing right there. Either way, Keladorn will be hearthing in lane. Gonna be able to... that animation is so very good. They're gonna be able to just get back there. They'll respawn in the Hall of Storm. They'll be full on health and everything. I think that just respawning in a safe spot is a little bit of a better move for them right there. Speaking of some questing talents really quickly, we have that Into the Rhythm at level 4 for the Tychus. Going to be sitting at 21 stacks on that uncapped quest. 32 stacks on the Sylvanas Unfurling Shadows at level 1. So not super high on those, but still putting on a decent amount of damage. Gul'dan does have 37 out of the 40 for the Echoed Corruption. And ETC did finish the... Or excuse me, not ETC. Jaina finished the Fingers of Frost. And oh, High Def... Oh, that's a good web wrap. Like, I usually do these and then end up saving the person. That's a web wrap that definitely secures them the kill. Also going to be able to secure themselves a fortification camp. That's a really aggressive play coming out from the members of Can't Counterpick Stupid while they're down so many levels, but at the same time, that's a great amount of experience they just gained, and that's also pushing the tables back in their favor. That's also their first kill of the game. Can you tell which of the variance quests have been completed? Oh, now. Yeah, sorry about that. I think I could have if I clicked on him, yeah. I'll note that in the future. I'll try and do that more in the future when he takes High King's quest. That's a good thing to note. Thank you, Stormer. Alright, And without their 16 talent here, you can see that they're playing it safe on this map. They don't want to step up to the enemy team because there's no point. Like stepping up right now into an enemy when you're down a talent tier and they have quite a few items and they've been winning every single fight consistently almost. Let's wait till the Triglav Protector. I didn't look at the timer, but I do believe we should be getting the announcement fairly soon for that control point C. They're moving into bottom lane. Are they going to try and open this up a little bit further? I wonder if they're going to try and even out the lane a little bit, or at least take out the well in this area. They do see this happening on the minimap. Or excuse me, they do see this happening on the side of can't counterpick. Oh my god, they see can't counterpick stupid going into this, so they're going to be moving into the mid lane. They both, I mean, they see each other. This is going to be a fort for a front wall. It's going to be well as well. Here comes the rotation in into this team. That's such a great back and forth right there, and interesting decisions they've made as well. ETC will be getting caught out. That's going to be a power slide. Do they have a mosh pit into this corner right now? Doesn't seem like it's going to be able to go out right there, but they are taking so much damage on the side of Can't Counterpick Stupid as they do lose their Nubrak. That's going to continue to be Lurk also getting these Wraith Walks out to the enemy team. There was a Biotic Emitter used there as well, and Gul'dan will be going down. Ouch. 2 for none. 17 to 16. Gunny gonna jump onto the point, and they're looking for their third Triglav Protector of the game. What's up, Stark? Thanks for coming by, bud. Alrighty. Third Triglav of the game. Typically the one that we see a lot of teams end it with. ETC is pushing up all these lanes. They don't have any sort of stage dive. Lurk's doing their best to push these back. Ace is just like, oh no, sidewall vision, we can't have that. Jaina and friends will go ahead and grab the fortification camp on the left-hand side, and High Def should be able to stay on this point and finish this out. I'm looking at the minimap. Are they going to attempt to try and make one big play onto this point? Seems like it. We got the vision for Ace right now. Our ETC, who's kind of in a flank position. Overtime is going to be triggered as they are on this point. They walk right off. That's going to be the charge, potentially going over in their favor. That's going to be the variant going into Silma on the right-hand side of our screen. Light Bomb coming out as well. They're going to stun a couple as the Horrify comes out from Osprey. That's going to be the Ring of Frost, not connecting onto anyone as well. They also get this huge Entomb to the left-hand side, and Anduin pulls them into the Entomb, but the Wailing Arrow comes out, and that's going to be Lurk taking way too much damage. They do get the last-second Wraith Walk right out of there, and the Pustule is going to be spread from the Stukov. Ektar needs to get really far away from this as they have so much poison damage applied to them, and this Gul'dan really starting to turn it around a little bit, but meanwhile, Gunny was standing on that point, and they pick up their third Triglav Protector, not giving a single one of these over to the members of Can't Counterpick Stupid. Lurk Patrol looking not so much just terrifying as they're also just looking really, really well coordinated. It's like, we're going to have these 4 players sit up here. Gunny just goes in the point. Like, I understand that you're Jaina and you have a lot of big bursts, but we also need your mana pool for the siege, and we don't want you to get picked off anytime soon, so just backing off and sitting in that point's a really smart move. Anduin almost going down was a little risky, but that's also your support, so they're going to be able to manage that pretty well. We have 68 seconds left onto the mosh pit, waiting to, or the cooldown onto that. Entomb comes out from New York, but I think it was more defensive from, locking down a potential retreat, but with this Triglav Protector here, there's no reason for them to really back off whatsoever. Also, with Sylvanas being able to lock down the tower, will confirm the keep right there. They'll move their way into mid lane, and I think this is either mid or top is probably your best bet, but they've also got a great minion wave in mid already. Top lane is so far pushed back that the Triglav would take the majority of the damage, not prioritizing the minion wave or even having that extra siege, and with 30-some seconds left on this, they're going to easily be able to take this down. I don't think they're going to be stepping forward onto this enemy team, as well as the fact that they have their 20 talent here. Cold Snap for the Jaina. I just glanced at that. Ooh, is that Torbus for the ETC? I think so, right? Torbus, Cold Snap, Master at Arms. Colossal Smash affects all enemies near the targets. Cooldown's reduced by 10 seconds. What do we have with that? I apologize for not showing anything on stream. So it's a 10-second cooldown overall on that. Wow. He's punching buildings with a robot. He's animating. I'm back from lurk mode. Hi, Jazzy. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for lurking. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, hold on. Oh, I thought they were going to be able to make that invade in time. Not going to be happening, but that's going to be Varian diving forward onto the Anubrak and implying that Colossal Smash. 4 seconds on it. You can see in the top left of our screen. That's 10-second cooldown in Colossal Smash is a bit terrifying. I'm not going to lie. Control point A will be opening up here. I think it's like a minute 30, if I'm not mistaken on my timing. Oh, that's why Ektar isn't in chat. And they're playing around this 20 talent. Let's actually jump over to the vision for the members of Can't Counterpick Stupid and see how they're just making some of their decisions right now. They're pretty far back into their lanes there. Oh, hold on. That's going to be the enemy team popping out from the mist. Power Slide, Light Bomb. That's going to be not everything, but quite a few abilities, and just one heroic actually going to be used right there. I glanced up and I thought I saw way more being used, but no, not even that. Double turrets are going to be dropped. Those are actually going to be focusing onto the minion wave. Draken Laser Drill out as well. Silence from the Stukov also gets the lockdown onto the ETC, who's taking quite a bit of damage. They also drop themselves a biotic emitter, and they're going to be keeping themselves alive for now. The core is starting to fall. Colossal Smash and Horrify do come out onto the Varian, and this is going to be the pushback and the Entomb, and that's also going to be Silma caught in said Entomb. Mosh Pit comes out. Do they have a Tor Bus? Or are they even going to use the Tor Bus? Flailing Swipe comes out, and that's going to be Lurk going down. They also get the Cold Snap, but it doesn't find a hero right there. Zektar is so very low. Gunny trying to put out that damage as well. They do get the kill onto Sylvanas. The Nexus Force is pretty OP, but Stukov a little bit stronger, and they're staying a little bit too long at this. The death timers are still pretty long. They find themselves a pick onto the Gul'dan. This might have been exactly what they needed. I don't think this is going to be a Stukov save right here as ETC, Ektar, and Jaina step forward onto this. Oh wait, Ace has this. A Light Bomb. Oh, Light Bomb doesn't connect as... Sorry, it's just so funny. He just throws the Lurking Arm on themselves. GG, well played. The members of Lurk Patrol take game number 1. Whew. Move, thank you for the follow during that game. I very appreciate that. All right, we're done with tea. All we got is water left. Stukov lived Pog. Well, I mean, he only lived because he Lurking armed himself, kinda? I don't know. It was a really good game number 1, though. I quite enjoyed that. I'm just waiting to see what we get for map pick or first pick priority for our game number 2. All right. Oh, show talents once more, as we are just finding out what map they want to go to for game number 2. Ooh, exciting. Alrighty. Hi, friends. Welcome back. Let's go ahead and get ourselves set up for our game number 2, and let's also update our team scores. That. Invite. Fun fact, winning this game 1 means Lurk Patrol are now officially locked into first place for Division C West. Granted, they were likely there anyways, as the only way for TMT to pass them again was for a full-blown domination by Can't Counterpick Stupid, but this confirms it. Oh, dang! Siranin, I think I got that right. I hope I did. Thank you for that. That's really good information, because I was wondering, because we're in week 8. Oh, they did say that they're gonna swap players in and out. Okay, them in here. Yeah, it's week 8, so like a lot of these players are, and a lot of these teams are vying for their spot in the playoffs. This is the last regulation week for the Nexus Gaming series, and so every game counts. Every game counts. But congratulations to Lurk Patrol, as they are locked in to first seed for Division C West. I apologize. The one thing you never see is when I'm off camera, I'm sitting there chugging tea when I'm not like actually having to cast, and then of course I come back onto actual camera, and then I that's when I have to burp. Yo, FPS Nate, how's it going, bud? Thanks for coming by. Sir in Ian? Serinian? Sir in Ian. I think I got that. Oh no, I think I said something completely different. Sir in Ian. Ian. I'm gonna call you Sir. New to the channel, ready to be entertained? Welcome, Knack. Thanks for coming by, my friend. I hope you're having a wonderful night. Let's set them to captain. Our team's ready. Let's give them another Twitch link, and we're gonna get going. Lurk Patrol have an emote? Teams with the emotes are the best. Gilly Shark Bog. You got it now? I will do my best to pronounce that correctly, but I might just lean into Sir. Just because it's easier. And I know like my fish brain will completely forget about it in a second. Gilly Shark emote? Mm-hmm. I remember like it was like the first time I ever casted Gilly Shark. Someone posted that in my channel, and I was like, I need that. And then I like went over to Gilly's stream like a day or two later, and then someone gifted me a sub immediately, and I was like, oh, this is where this is from. It's so good. It's a Pog kind of night, Pog. I think iPhone Siri also works. That's the most people call me. Oh, Siri. Ah, okay. Thank you. That's an easy one. I'll do that. If you're okay with it, that's what I'll... Unless you want to just be called something else. Like, if you want to just be C. It's up to you. Team 2, yes. That map, yeah, no. Okay, cool. All right, going. Good luck. Have fun. All right. We have all the information. We have everything we need. Let's go ahead and get into it. Game number 2. Map number 2. Welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series. I am your caster, Bahamut. On the left-hand side, we got the members of Lurk Patrol, one game up in our best of 3 series, up against Can't Counterpick Stupid. And if you're just now joining us and this is your first time to the stream and you'd like to be entertained, let me just tell you, I got you. The home team this evening is going to be Lurk Patrol. That was a moderate one. Will be Lurk Patrol. They won the coin flip. Alterac Pass and Cursed Hollow were banned out by them. Can't Counterpick Stupid banned out Bush. I don't know why I want to say I got Bush League on the mind apparently. Like I would like to just do Bush League casts. It's for some reason. Brax's Holdout's gonna be banned out by Can't Counterpick Stupid. Sky Temple as well will be banned out by them. Volskaya will be the first map chosen by Can't Counterpick Stupid and lost by them. They opted for first pick in game number 2, meaning that Lurk Patrol have map pick priority, and Tomb of the Spider Queen will be our second map chosen by them. Let's see what they do here as we get back on into our draft, and we have an ETC being banned out immediately. We're not seeing that cow sliding into any of these battles anytime soon. For once, I know how we got to game 2. It's true, Ektar. It's very true. Cpog. Yeah, Cpog is indeed. Lunara, though, to be banned on the left-hand side. So I'm assuming that's gonna be a targeted ban to one of the players. It's almost like the enemy team has an enigmatic on their team, and they just don't want to deal with their Lunara. Ektar, how did we get to game 1? Let's see here as we get a Kael'thas banned out. So let's talk about Tomb of Spider Queen a little bit while we have this ban phase happening. It's a high rotation based map between top and mid, and then you're also going to be having a strong solo lane with someone rotating down there here and there to gank the potential solo laner if they extend too far or a little bit low in health. Now, the reason you want to take out Kael'thas and things like ETC, 1, ETC was strong in the last game, and 2, ETC is great in a rotation-heavy base map. He also has a great way to provide a lot of good distance between the enemies and your friendly team with the knockback. I think I can continue saying great every single descriptor, but we also see the Gul'dan being banned out because it's the same premise as Kael'thas. Rotating between lanes is extremely easy for those two mages because of the fact that they're able to get the wave clear very quickly with either the Fell Flame or the Flame Strike from Kael'thas and Gul'dan, and then you're able to then just rotate back into your next lane, and you can pick up a Regeneration Globe if you're on the side of Kael'thas for that Mana Addict at level 1, and that bolsters that shield by so much. And with the availability of her on the table, you pick up this Johanna. And speaking of strong rotation, strong grouping of minions and a faster way to clear, Johanna's that first pick priority that we often do see. She's also extremely difficult to kill with her Iron Skin, and the Shield Glare is a great way to blind out some of the auto attackers that might be stepping up into your backline, or even just stepping up onto your friendly team. Anduin Diablo on the left-hand side, Ektar I won't call it just yet, but Ektar is their support player, but because they just rotated someone in, I was like, I don't know if that will be the Diablo player, but I think that's a great one too. Shadow Charge with the Overpower, and then you can use the Chastise for a follow stun. Typically we see the Tyrande for that, but if you don't have a Tyrande player, or you just want to run a completely different composition, and you're not focused around the auto attacks coming out from Tyrande, I think Anduin's a great response, as well as the fact that he has the Leap of Faith to keep people back into, get them back into a friendly area or the friendly side of the map if things get a little awry. This will be a Jaina and Raynor. I like that pairing right there because you have Ace in the Hole at 1 that pairs well into Jaina's Frost that is going to be marked and slowing people. You could go for the increased duration, which would help Raynor in a sense, but once again, back into that whole conversation. Regeneration globes. Jaina does get a 10% increase on her damage when she does grab those 20 regeneration globes with the with the Fingers of Frost at level 1. Bahamut's dulcet tones does a better job of explaining. It's mostly just me stammering and me panicking 9 times out of 10, and then it sounds good. Those not like that 1 time out of 10, like I sound decent as a caster. The other times it's just me word vomiting because my brain wants to say the words faster than my mouth can. Hanzo will be once again banned out, and we do have that Ana being removed as well. The nano boost onto the Jaina would be really, really powerful. Get rid of that right there. And they don't need a support on the side of Lurk Patrol as they already have that Anduin, so banning out some damage and some range poke is great. They might have a Hanzo player that's kind of strong, and just getting rid of that off the table, saying we don't want to deal with it. Lurk and Orphea, though, will be grabbed here on the left-hand side by Lurk Patrol. I love a good Orphea game. I think she's got such a great power, not even cap, but just a power level that she can bring to the game, and how it can really, really skyrocket depending on the build you go. I mean, the Chomp build is really strong. The Mind Devourer build is really, really strong. There's great opportunities and great routes you can go into. Typically, we do see that Dread, that Mind Devourer build, where you're going in for those stacks at level 7 for the mana return, and I believe cooldown reduction off of the Dread. Rhaegar will round out this draft, or I guess Alarak will round out this draft with with the Rhaegar for the Ancestral Healing, or even potentially Bloodlust. But this is dive, kill, aggression coming out from Lurk Patrol. A little on the, not passive, but a little bit more on the controlling side from Can't Counterpick Stupid. They do have some aggression with that Alarak, with the Rhaegar as well. And I know that's a weird thing to say, like, oh, a healer that's aggressive. Well, Rhaegar does play that divey aggressive, into those divey aggressive compositions. I've seen it in the past a lot. So here he's gonna provide some great melee damage as well as a lot of utility for the friendly team. We'll see how that. Sorry, I read one of the draft messages and I was a little confused by it, but we'll just we'll let that one skip right there. But we're curious to see what Bandit's kind of analysis and breakdown is this, as we are going to be loading into game number 2 here in just a second. Stammering and panicking is my life mantra. Yeah, I would say so. Like, here's the thing. Like, I don't know why, but I was so flustered during that first game. I just I couldn't get my footing. Like I like there's games that I've casted where like I can't get into the game, and I just sit there and I stammer and I repeat the same kind of things, and it just like I can't get myself into that caster mode. It's a weird thing. It's hard to describe. It's so hard to describe. But either way, let's go ahead and get on into this. We got ourselves some. See right there, just potato. We got ourselves some games. Let's jump into it. On the left-hand side, we got the members of Lurk Patrol. We're going to be having Ektar on the Anduin. Gunny's going to be on the Orphea. FPS Nate will be on the Diablo. Ace is going to be on the Maiev. And Harnock on the Leoric. On the right-hand side, we got the members of Can't Counterpick Stupid. We've got Wits End on the Rhaegar. Celadorn will be on the Raynor. Valk is going to be on the Joanna. Silma will be on the Alarak. And... What? Osprey will be on the Jaina. What? Did I miss something in chat? Oh, rock, paper, scissors. Okay, there we go. I was like, what did I miss? Let me just also get my player vision set up so that way we can jump between that. And, oh, no, I didn't want to do that. I want to do this. Let's see here. I'm just skimming through the level 1s right now. Bonds of Justice for the, oh my god. Orphea gonna be picked off right there. And I was like, I don't see people get a ton of value from Bonds of Justice very early in the game, but that's also going to be Ace with 2 stacks onto that already. looking good on those quests. We'll see how that progresses throughout this game. But as I said, in the draft phase, we are going to be seeing just rotations between that top and mid. We'll do our best to keep an eye on that, but I really always want to, whenever we have an opportunity, let's jump over into the solo lane. Let's get an idea of what these two solo laners look like, as well as how they're going to be playing this. I'm also trying to keep an eye on the minimap right now, as I see they're making these rotations, but it's going to be the standard rotation. It's going to be, you know, you Valk anchoring. They're going to try and step forward. They're going to force out anyone who's, you know, staying in the top lane a little bit too long, or if there's anyone who's just trying to even step up onto their friendly members. Same thing with FPS Nate. So Valk and FPS Nate are going to be doing this little dance here and there. So we'll do our best to try and catch if there is someone who's going to be getting caught out. But bottom lane is interesting. Oh, and this is what I was talking about right now, where you often, or you sometimes have these players come down here to gank the solo laner. But in that situation, Harnock was playing it really, really well right there, and they're going to be able to back off. What isn't able to back off is going to be a Joanna in this top lane. And I praised her so much in so many of the drafts when she was getting banned out, and how strong she can be and how difficult it is to kill her. And in a split second, we miss it, and she is gone. But first blood over to the members of... it was Lurk Patrol who got the first kill. I looked up and I was like, oh, it is 1-1. I was like, no, Lurk Patrol got a kill as well. It's so early. It happened so quickly. Let's actually look at the experience differences between those first two kills. I think one was 1 minute into the game, or one was like sub 1 minute into the game, and one was after a minute in the game. And this is your difference. Not a whole lot. Early game kills, they get a little bit of value. Wit's End's going to be coming down here as well, helping out Silma. They do have that Wraith Walk right out of there, and they're going to be fine, able to make it out. We do see the Bruiser Camp picked up for the mid lane as well. Ooh, actually, Orphea going to be going into this Shadow Waltz build. I'm not going to try that one. I'm not even going to try. But we do have the endpoint as well as cooldown reduction. Hold on. I looked at the health bars really quickly and I saw Harnock's life was very low, but that they're actually doing just fine as they're able to almost swap back the health into the opposing side. The one thing I do want to note here is that Alarak is going to be having that show of force at level 4, and they're going to be slowly building up that extra 20%. There's a lot of great, and see right there, you just saw another 2% jump up onto the sadism, and it's going to be from the show of force. You get 2% stacking up to a total of 20% every time you land your 3 abilities within 2 seconds on one singular hero. I don't know if it's one singular or if it's just I guess heroes. So if you're able to group up, maybe you can get more than 2%. Like if you were able to get your combo off on 2 heroes, do you get 4 stacks? Oh, thank you so much, Stark. Thank you so much for that pronunciation. I very much appreciate it. FPS Nate's gonna be forced to the top lane, but this is a Diablo with 86 souls, and they've actually been, like, FPS Nate's posturing and the angles they found so far with this Diablo and the Shadow Charges have been really, really good. I'm excited to see how they're gonna be progressing throughout this game. We are gonna be seeing some 7 talents in just a moment here, but we're gonna cycle through the other numbers really quickly, look and see what those look like, as I think Jaina was at 15 out of the 20 stacks for the Fingers of Frost, as well as Maiev had, I believe, 4 stacks on her Bonds of Justice, yes. So a little bit low on that. It's going to be hard for her to stack those up further, but Harnock in this bottom lane going to get a lot of damage thrown onto them, but they're able to get the Wraith Walk right out of there. A very just mom spaghetti moment right there, as we do get blue web weavers descending in these lanes. Umbral Bind pulls them in, Shadow Charge throws them around with the Overpower, and they find the kill onto the Joanna as the web weavers come down in their favor on the side of Lurk Patrol. That's also going to be Diablo finishing out their souls. You get 10 souls, I believe, when you get a kill onto a hero. We can double check on that when we get out of this, when we stop seeing stats, but I'm pretty sure it's 10 stacks for a hero kill, or being around a hero's death, which is a great way to just burn or stack that up a lot faster. I was gonna say burn through your stacks. It's like you're not really burning through them so much as you're gaining them very quickly. 8 to 7 in our levels though, and we'll continue to see these web weavers push up in through the top lane. Joanna would be throwing. Ooh, nice condemn to group a couple members up right there, but their wave clear isn't super. It's not working out too great. Oh my God, look at that bonds of the Umbral Bind onto a couple players right there. They're gonna overpower, and that's gonna be Valgrimmar getting thrown to this backline. They get picked off once again. They have been picking on Valk this entire time. All 3 deaths are on to the Joanna. They're just taking out that huge force and that huge anchor for the team, and now they kind of get to these situations. Granted, they are chasing the Diablo into the lane and forcing them back, but if the enemy team rotates their Orphe and their other players up here, this could be one of those moments where they're able to turn around and stagger out another death. They don't have enough for a turn-in. They're going to be sitting 13 gems away from that. What they really want to do right now on the side of Lurk Patrol is block all of these turn-ins. 10 souls is right? Okay, thank you so much, Radic. Yep. There's just so many heroes. Valk feeds. Broomboy, what's up? Thanks for coming by, friend. Oh. It's now we're now kind of getting to that point of the game where it's if you see a lot of players stacked up on each other on the mini map, we might be actually seeing a kill. But speaking of variations in Orphea builds, we're gonna be seeing the Ravenous Hunger, and this is when she first came out. I got so excited about her, and then this got nerfed immediately, of course. But I was like, oh my god, there's another Azmodan type hero, but has a smaller health pool. So I finally learned how to actually play a hero with a small, tiny health pool. Harnock is gonna Wraith Walk forward as they want that kill onto Alarak. That's gonna reset the sadism back to 100%. Or just to 100 stacks right there. Webweaver coming down, and that's going to be coming in favor for the red team. Look at this mid lane push though right now. And this is more or less going to, I was going to say this is going to put a pause in the game, but they're not even letting this kind of be the pause. They're continuing to be aggressive around these Webweavers that are still pushing into a lane that really will, like this left alone will get so much value. And so I'm glad they backed off, but they wanted to use that prowess. They wanted to use that aggression that they could bring to the table with their 10 talent tier. And I think, yeah, they hung around a little bit too long trying to be aggressive into the enemy team, and that allowed them to have these lanes push up because the web weavers and also the minion waves already there. Once again, oh, actually, hold on. Let's actually see this. Oh, wow, there's so much damage onto Ace. I'm just blown away by they almost catching the Blessed Shield. Light Bomb. And that's, I think it was just for the speed boost right there. Jaina's going to pop the water elemental as well. Ektar will be the target, trying to get as much burst onto this Anduin as possible. Divine Star goes out as well, and they're going to try and get an Umbral Bind onto a few, and they back him out right there. Lurk is going to be in top lane, clearing that out, and will be able to deny any massive value from the Webweaver. Turn-in availability is here for both teams. They can turn in 7 seconds, and we'll see who's going to be able to rush those points quick enough and speed run their turn-in. Ace sitting in this bush over here. Let's actually jump over to the vision of the blue team, get an idea of what it looks like for them, as Harnock is going to turn in 23, but this is the area that I'm worried about. No one has vision here, and none have been turned in? I'm a little surprised by that, because they're only 4 gems off on the side of Lurk Patrol, and FPS Nate will be easily able to get this shield. Yeah, there should be a shield glare. Orphea going to the top, she's got 7, so as long as they deny them from making it up to the top lane, or, oh, they gotta beat this in the turn-in race, yeah, they will be able to. Blue Webweavers will be descending in favor for the members of Lurk Patrol, as they also see the Siege Giants popping up into the bottom lane. Light Bomb doesn't boost speed? I thought it gave you movement speed. No, that's my mistake. All right, I swore I always saw people move. I thought people move faster, but granted, it's usually thrown on things that have like a mobility trait, like a Genji or a Falling Sword Joanna, which I know it's a weird sentence right there, but in a sense, it works out for them pretty good. I think the Genji with it works a lot better, but this is going to be the Warden's Cage. That's going to be the Eternal Feast as well. Apocalypse comes out as well. They're going to find a Rhaegar. They're going to find an Alarak. That's also going to be the Hyperion coming out from the opposing side. Valk is so very low, and Tomb comes out from Harnock as well. Keladorn trying to make their way out. That's the Joanna who goes down below us, and they're going to be working their way onto Keladorn, but they need to back off as the tower will be focusing on to Ace, and Harnock needs to anchor this damage. They also need to take all this out. Blue Web Weavers are still here in lane, as they do see mid lane going down, and bottom lane will be completely fortless. Actually, all lanes are going to be completely fortless is a better way to say it. It does if you move faster. All right, well, that's good point. That's a fair point. 8 out of the 10 stacks on the Bonds of Justice for the Maiev. Is this uncapped? I swore like at one point someone was telling me that it was uncapped, and I was just like, but it's got 10 stacks. Can it go over? Or maybe I'm thinking it's a different talent for it. I'm confusing it with something else. Holy jealous, scary. That was scary. That's Light Bomb coming out. I don't think they catch anyone with it, but that's the Eternal Feast as well, and that's also the Entomb from the Lurk. A great combo together right there as they get the Rainer, and they don't lose Ace, who was very, like, 200 some health, I think, was the lowest I saw them go. Webweavers are over. They have turn availability again. Are they going to try and boss turn? Okay, so this is something I've seen teams do, and I like this call, But what they really, really need to do here is they need to, I know Ace is really low, but they need to cycle Ace out with someone who has gems. And they need to do this quickly because they're going to start getting wise to this and they'll see them making these rotations. I think Joanna probably saw them rotate through that lane. So they know that they're on boss. And this is the cycle that I was talking about, but they didn't, it's a little bit slow on that. And now Diablo's going to be coming down here and almost 1v5ing in a sense. They actually leave the boss. No, they grab it, excuse me. I didn't see it get pinged on the minimap, but Hyperion does come out and they just completely disengage. And I think they're happy with what they denied for now. I unfortunately don't think they're going to be able to deny it enough, as they do just hit 13s themselves, and these Web Weavers will be summoned. Ektar, I think, oh, who's got the last little bit? I think it's FPS Nate needs to get in here. Yeah. But this is what I was like. So you want to have the boss come in with the Web Weavers, so that way you have this massive push. So now they're going to be able to burn through the boss. It will get the front gate of the keep, maybe get a little bit of damage onto that well. I don't think it'll take it out right there. Ooh, no, it doesn't. But now Web Weavers are going to be descending in favor for Lurk Patrol. Bonds of Justice damage stacks indefinitely. You just get 10 to 10 to benefit. Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Stark. Because yeah, I thought someone told me that it stacks indefinitely, but it just shows it like this. So we'll keep an eye over here down on the bottom left of our screen, see if maybe they get that 11 stack or anything like that. Blessed Shield I think just went out, and it's a little bit of a raw Blessed Shield, if you will, with just kind of throwing it out with no follow-up to be had. That was the Vault of the War, and Ace dives in. That's going to be the Eternal Feast as well. Apocalypse comes out, and that's going to be the Rhaegar with the Ancestor Healing, but they burn essentially through 2 health bars for Jaina, as the Lurk has Selma down the left-hand side of our screen. Alarak is not going to be able to survive through that last mop swipe, and they go down. Top lane keep goes down. Mid lane keep is very low. They could transition over to this to make sure that's at least a double keep, even if they don't get the core, and that will be double keep, maybe even triple? Yeah, triple for sure. And now they can just work their way onto this core. Yeah, actually, Starkey, yeah, 11 stacks. Oh, it does show. Okay, I was like, oh, does the NGS thing cover it up? Nah, just barely. It doesn't cover it up. But that is going to be the members of Lurk Patrol moving their way onto this core. Can they take the game? Everyone but Alarak is up. The core is rapidly falling. 1 Web Weaver is up and available. The Ace is trying to get the damage out, but that is not going to be enough from the members of Can't Counterpick Stupid, and they go down here. Lurk Patrol take the series 2-0. GG. Well played. All right, let's get an interview. Boop, 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 boop. Doo, 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 doo. All right. $13 on the dot. Yo, here, Sharebot. GG's. All right, at this time, we are going to be joined by the members of Lurk Patrol. How are you doing? Congratulations on your 2-0 victory.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Doing pretty good.
All right.
Wins always feel nice.
Wins definitely do feel nice. So this I actually heard from Twitch chat. After game number 1, you were 100% locked in for first seed for Division C. How does that feel?
It feels real nice. I mean, last season we didn't win a match outside of forfeits, so to turn it around this season and lock in number 1 seat feels real good.
That's a great spot to be in. Going to some of these matches, you know, there was a couple shaky moments here and there, but overall it was a pretty dominant showing from your entire team. Like I'm looking at my notes right now, and I'm just like, well, Sky, I think they got 1 kill off of you. So when it comes to these games where they're not getting a ton of kills and they're not able to get any momentum really even into your team, and you're taking every objective or mitigating any objective they get, how do you as a team prepare for these things? Are you scrimming a lot? Are you just playing a lot together? Can you talk about the synergies as a team you have?
Well, game 1, we definitely got a comp that we were very comfortable with, so we knew exactly what we wanted to do and when we wanted to do it. So that was just a lot of practice on our end. and we've been really stepping up our macro play, which has led us to any advantage we gain, we turn into another one, and then another one, and we just keep snowballing it. So it's practice. It's a lot of hard practice.
That's I mean, it shows. Like, it definitely shows that you're a team that are putting in the hours, you're putting in the work, and you want to grow as a team. And I love it. Like, I absolutely love it. Now going into, we're going into playoffs here. Is there anything that you're worried about? Anything you're excited about for said playoffs?
I'm excited for a rematch against Tickle Me Tass. They are a very different team than we faced them in the season, so I'm really looking forward to that match.
Are they?
I think.
Oh, go ahead.
I think that's going to be a finals match if it happens. So should be. I mean, we gotta play through a lot of games first before we get there, but I'm looking forward to it.
I don't know all the teams off the top of my head. Are they Division C West as well, or are they in the East side?
Yeah. They're C West.
Okay, so you would see them before you go into any sort of like major regional finals, because I believe that's how Nexus does it, right? We do regional finals, and then we do like region clash or whatever.
Yeah, we do all West, so the West bracket, and then West versus East. And so if it were to play out, we lock them into the number 2 seed tonight. We would meet them in the C West finals. They've been on our radar all season. I think they're definitely the scary team to watch for as well.
Awesome.
So we're definitely looking forward to that one.
And then any closing words, any shouts that you'd like to give before we wrap up our interview here?
Well, give shout outs to CCS. They played a really good game. It was a lot of fun, and I always shout out the members of Lurk Patrol that weren't playing. So Bickle was the only member tonight that we didn't get to play. So I got to give a shout out to him. I know he was planning on watching. So yeah, just really happy with my team. We've really turned this season into something special, and I'm really excited to see what we do in the playoffs. I
am as well as Broomboy in chat saying we're coming for that booty. So
swiggity swooty.
The only response that I think is just that's all. That's the only response you need right there. But no, thank you so much for the interview. Thank you so much for the games. These were a blast to cast, and I really look forward to seeing you all in the playoffs next week.
Thanks, Baha.
Thanks for picking up the cast.
Absolutely.
Hope to see you around too.
Oh, you will.
Always enjoy having you cast them.
Thank you. Well, good luck in the games, and hopefully I can catch those.
Reminder: subscribe to Bahamut and follow so he can get partner. Thumbs up.
Thank you so much.
If someone else does it for you.
Thank you so much, Ace. I appreciate that. You all have a great night, and thank you again for the games.
You too.